Namaste. I trust that you're doing well and that you're having a good day or a good weekend or a good new week. Whatever you're experiencing, I trust that you're feeling great. My name's Leanne Peters. I'm from templeofbalance.com.au, Temple of Balance on Facebook and Temple of Balance on YouTube. And I'm here to pull some cards for Monday and Tuesday, 17th and 18th of July. Good morning, Julia. Hi, Raven. Hi, Tanya. Lovely to see you. And Lynn's here. Hi, Lynn. So I'm inside today. Yeah, I'm feeling fantastic. It's a very powerful day this morning, or very powerful here this morning. So I'm feeling supercharged, and I trust that you feel a bit of that too. Hi, Kelly and Emma and Karen, and great to see you here, Julia, too. Hi, Ellen and Stacey. So I'm here to pull some cards for Monday and Tuesday. I'm using my Speed of Light Oracle cards. Surprise, surprise. I'm going to pull one card for Monday, one card for Tuesday, and one card for the theme for Monday and Tuesday. I'm not doing personal requests for guidance here today. This is general guidance for everyone. So I trust that you've been led here for a reason and that you enjoy our time together today. Just take on board what feels right and what resonates with you and let the rest go. You don't have to take on board everything that's shared. You might be here just to feel a feeling perhaps, or to receive one word of guidance that you need today. You might be here to receive everything or anything in between those things. So you can trust that. Please don't be here with expectations, but allow yourself to be surprised by whatever comes up. So I think that's all I might need to say. I was going to sit outside. Well, I was actually not really sure. It's raining a little bit, but it feels very snowy and it was pretty cold. And I actually went to go outside to share, and then there was a painter next door painting outside. So I thought, yeah, definitely not. We'll stay inside today. So I'm here inside where it's a little warmer. Actually, a lot warmer, I'll say. So, okay, take a deep breath. And as you breathe out, think about letting go of your worries, your concerns, your pressures, your stresses from your life or from your day in general. So take a few moments just to center yourself and think about letting those heavy thoughts and things go and really allow this time for you. Okay, I'm looking for the best card for Monday, the 17th of July. The 17th of the 7th, 2017. So quite a powerful day on Monday if you're not at your Monday yet. So I'm very, very interested to see what the card is that comes up for Monday. So I'm going to trust that this is the best card right here. So let's have a look. We've got card 14, Eagle's Nest. I had the original sitting there until last week when I changed pictures. So my original now sitting over there. But I love this card, and especially because I was born on the 14th. So what's not to love about the number 14? But I do have a special affinity with this card. Number 14, called Eagle's Nest. And it talks about preparation, home, waiting and soon. This card actually came up in the very last reading that I did, you may remember. So it talks about change in the home. It talks about your time of waiting will soon be over. And it talks about being in a space of preparation. So preparing for the next step. So sometimes our preparing for the next step means that we just simply have ideas and thoughts and plans and things that we're processing in our mind. Sometimes preparing for what's next means we take it to the next level from out of our mind and we start talking about it, or we start writing it down and we start taking it to the next level of manifestation and working out whether this is what's the best way to go about doing whatever our idea might be. And then we take it to the next level and we start actually doing something with it. Then we start taking action. So we start reaching out to people. We start implementing our ideas and our inspirations and those plans that we've been thinking about and talking about. So I feel like that preparation mode is encompasses all of this. So a lot of us are really quite ripe with ideas and inspirations and plans in our mind that are just kind of rolling around in there, waiting for us to start talking about them or start writing them down and then start taking action upon them. So this is a type of preparation mode that a lot of us are in, especially with things that are close to our heart and things close to our home. So there might be changes happening in the home that we're thinking of, or changes that are very close to our heart, so the home of our heart, or even our family and things that are close to our home, close to our heart. So allow yourself to move to the next level by tending to the things that are important to you in the moment. So especially relating to Monday, think about what's important to you to tend to. If you're not feeling well, then you might be in a gentle moving space physically. So that might be what you need to do to prepare yourself for the next level. If you're feeling active and passionate and motivated, then that might be what you need to tend to prepare yourself for what's next on Monday. So think about what you need to tend to prepare yourself for what's next. So that's the energy coming in for Monday. Quite grounding too. So it feels like quite a practical energy around, quite practical, quite physical, quite connected with our common sense perhaps. So quite physical, quite grounding, which feels good. Okay, so I trust that resonates with you for Monday. So now I'm looking for the best card for Tuesday, the 18th of July. So the best card for the majority of us. And I trust 100% that I will go to the right card, and I just shuffle until I feel I need to stop, and then I split the deck into two and take the top card here, which is Lizard again. Lizard came up last time too. It's a featured card, so we're going to honour that. Up here it has more information about what to do when a featured card comes up. It says that this card has additional insight. Take the third card from the deck. So 1, 2, 3. This card goes with Lizard. This is popular lately too. Expanded love. So it just says that having the same cards come up all the time and over this period of time shows us that we're in a similar space. We're going through the similar energies over this last week or two or 3 or 4 really has been quite similar. So what we're going to do here is look at these two cards separately and look at them together because they've come up together for a reason. So we've got Lizard card 3, talks about being optimistic, appearances, delusion and illusion. We're still being guided to let go of our illusions, the stuff that's holding us back. This makes me feel quite... There's energy moving here in my heart when I talk about this, and I just felt a bit of a jump there in my words. So there's energy shifting in the heart and the throat when I talk about this. So we need to be really careful and be really honest with ourselves, especially on Tuesday, but ongoing, because this card keeps coming up. Make sure that we're not fooling ourselves about something that's going on in our life, a person in our life, a situation, something that's going on in our life that we might be denying the truth or not really seeing what's really going on. So there's a feeling here of a veil of illusion being over a situation or over a person. So what we need to do is just tap into our heart as best as we can and allow ourselves to tap into the truth of the situation or the truth of that person that we may be connecting with or have an issue with or whatever the situation may be. So things may not be as they appear at this time, and especially on Tuesday. We're going to need to let go further of the illusion. Now, illusion seems very real, and that's part of the illusion. So if we're caught up in separation, for example, or if we're caught up in fear, it feels so real to us that it doesn't feel like illusion. It feels real, it feels very tangible, we can feel it strongly in our body, and we see it playing out in our life. However, it's part of that veil of illusion. So when we feel the fear, when we feel the separation, it's not actually in alignment with our truth, even though it feels very real to us. So we're being reminded to cut through the illusion, cut through the BS, especially on Tuesday, and get to the truth of the situation. And we will feel it in our heart if we're willing to uncover the veil and look past the illusion and see the truth. So we have to be willing to do that. So the other card that's come up here is card 24, called Expanded Love. It talks about productivity, teamwork, and holding space. So this brings forward a really beautiful space of love, of productivity, of working together with others for the betterment of the whole and the betterment of ourselves. There seems to be a sense of working together with others is helping us deepen our connection with ourselves lately. So that in turn is helping us increase the energy of the collective and of the whole. We have our own special individual role to play. So we have to be careful that we're not looking at the issues outside of ourselves and actually take responsibility for how we feel and what we can change and what we can do about ourselves and our life. That we are not victim to what goes on in the world, but instead we can learn from that situation as an individual and then use that to help us grow and become better and larger and more expanded, loving versions of ourselves. And that's a big part of these huge lessons that we're facing, a lot of us at this time, especially. And we look at these cards together, especially in regards to the illusion that many of us are facing at this time too. The hurt, the fear, the pain, the suffering that we're going through, the past issues that we just can't let go of. These sorts of things are all part of the illusion. So as we drop that veil, as we cut through the illusion with our truth, and allow our truth to shine through, this is when we move into this space of expanded love, where we actually claim responsibility, we allow ourselves to grow as an individual, which helps then the collective. So we're also looking at Tuesday being quite a productive time. So a productive time for us as individuals to get happening and start doing our tasks and things that we've been putting aside, or things that we've been things that we're motivated to do. We'll probably find we have a sense of motivation to push through that on Tuesday, and it feels like that motivation to be productive will also potentially help us cut through that illusion. So just keep that in mind for Tuesday. So there's so much energy shifting in the heart. Quite tempted to get my drum or something, actually. I might go and get that. Maybe that's why I needed to be inside. I'm going to nip around here and around there, and I'm just going to go and grab a drum that sounds okay. We're going to do some drumming around the heart because there's a really heavy stuff that's surfacing right now that I'm feeling. So I feel like it's going to be really important to do some energy work. So I'll be back in just a couple of seconds while I run around here. So hello, I'm back. So I've got my hour drum. We're going to do some drumming. So take a deep breath. And you may want to place your hand on your heart if you're feeling uncomfortable here, or if you're just feeling a bit off, or if you're feeling a bit emotional, or if you're feeling a bit angry. Perhaps place your hand on your heart, or just take some really nice deep breaths and just think about breathing out and letting go. And we're going to do some drumming and some energy work around this. It feels like the energy is embedded in the heart and is wanting to shift up through the throat, which is actually a really good sign because that tells me that the energy wants to move. So the energy becomes stored in different centers of our body, and there's certain chakras like the throat that are very expressive, moving chakras. So what they do is when we feel the energy moving through there or lifting up from the heart or lifting up through the body, it talks about that energy wanting to be expressed and wanting to move. So because I've been talking a lot about illusion and holding ourselves back in that, I feel like it's about cutting through that illusion and really letting our past things go. The stuff that we've been struggling with, letting all of that stuff go and really surrendering to the truth in this moment, to the truth, which means cutting through that illusion. So I'm going to drum around this. So just take some deep breaths and we will just flow with it. So I'm just going to drum, I think. I might talk. I really don't know. We'll just see. So nice deep breaths, and really feel some big breaths coming into your heart and also really expressing that out breath through your breathing. Allow the sound of the drum to work through your body. You might feel it penetrating in different parts of your body, or you may just enjoy listening to it, and that's okay. Let it move in and pull out anything that's holding you back at this time in your life. Okay, nice deep breaths. As you let that energy go, whatever it is that you're feeling or whatever is holding you back, as you let it go through your breathing and allowing the energy to move, the energy is actually moving up to the third eye chakra, which is just reminding you to trust in yourself, to trust in the truth, which is what the truth is to you, how that feels to you at the time. Trust in your journey as well. Trust in the decisions that you make and trust that they are right for you when you make them. So allow that fear and that illusion, that pain to transform into love, into truth, and into trusting in yourself and your path. So take some more nice deep breaths as I finish off the drumming now. Just let the energy settle. It's really important to let yourself feel. So don't be afraid to feel how you feel. Be honest about it so you can move that feeling, because remember, feelings just want to move. They're in motion. The more you hold yourself in a feeling, the more stagnant and stuck you're going to feel. So let yourself feel your way through, feel your way forward. You can trust in your feelings. They're there to guide you and help you, probably more than you realize. Your feelings really are your friend. So let them help you move through your stuff so you can come out the other side of that illusion and into the truth of who you are. That's how you become a more complete and balanced and whole version of yourself, by stepping out of the illusion and into the truth of who you are. Your truth is going to be different to my truth. I feel our truth is something we discover on our journey, and our truth changes. A belief is something that stays ingrained. So be careful that your truth doesn't turn into a belief. Your truth is going to help you expand. It's going to support you. It's going to grow. It's going to evolve with you. It's going to change. It's going to ebb and flow. Your belief is going to become rigid and stuck and structured, and it's actually going to hold you back. So be careful that you don't confuse beliefs with truth. Usually beliefs are something you've been taught or told from someone else. So be careful in believing what you hear from other people, but check in when you hear these things and see, does it feel like truth to you? It might take you a few days, it might take you a few weeks or months to feel if that is your truth. And if you're not sure, then just explore it. That's how I play with my truth and get and deepen my connection and my experience being that truth that I am, is by looking at my beliefs, looking at my truths, and how can is my belief, is my truth holding me back? If it is, then it's time to blast that away and establish a new one in its place. Your truth will allow you to evolve and expand. So I trust that helps. Okay, so I'm going to now pull a card for the theme for Monday and Tuesday. So the theme card, I think of helping us see the bigger picture, or it shows us the common thread between these days in question. So Monday and Tuesday. So we had Eagle's Nest, so preparation, time of waiting, and we had the Lizard and Expanded Love for Tuesday. So shifting illusions and embodying further that sense of love and breaking through the illusion into truth. So I'm very excited to see what the theme might be. So we'll go with this card right here. There. Unicorn. Fancy that. You'll know what I'm talking about when you hear it. So Unicorn card 50 talks about psychic gifts, spiritual intuition and trust. And this came up recently because I remember talking about the unicorn horn, that someone said what it was called and I've forgotten. So maybe I should write it down. But whatever the unicorn's horn is, it comes out here of the third eye chakra. So basically it's highlighting the third eye chakra. The third eye chakra at this moment, I'm feeling, is reminding us to trust in ourselves, to trust in our intuition, to trust in our life's path, trust in the choices that we're making. So if we're finding ourselves getting impatient because something hasn't happened yet, then we're not probably trusting in perfect timing. So think about how you can trust in yourself and your choices and your life and your journey and all of those things that little bit more on Monday and Tuesday. As I've said many times, trusting or not trusting in other people is irrelevant to me. It's not even something I really think about. I don't really think about whether I trust someone or not. That's not the level I go to when I'm looking at trust. I turn it back towards me and look at how can I trust in myself further? How can I get further onto my path and know that I'm doing the right thing or making the right choices or going the right direction? For me to do that, I have to trust in myself. So be careful that you're not projecting your own trust issues onto other people who you may not trust. see if you can detach from that as best you can, or let go of that stuff that you're holding on to, and turn the trust inwards, like you're turning it, reflecting inward instead of projecting it outward to other people and other situations. How can you embody trust that little bit more within yourself? So trust in the steps that you take over Monday and Tuesday. Trust that if it feels right, then it is right. Trust that if you're feeling a little bit off, then there's something that probably needs exploring. Also look at your spiritual devotion. You might be really inspired to meditate and increase your spiritual dedication over Monday and Tuesday. So just see how you feel. And also don't forget your own spiritual tools to help yourself, whether it's cards like this, your crystals, your other tools, sound instruments, energy that you want to work with, whatever you like to use that's creating your spiritual self-healing toolkit. Don't forget to grab those things out when you need them most. Going through an illusional space and into truth is never ever comfortable. I'm not going to gloss over it and make it sound like it's all skipping through the meadows, because it isn't. It is confronting to challenge ourselves to move out of illusion, because sometimes we realize that we've been living a lie, or that we've been fooling ourselves, and that's a big thing to admit to ourselves. So it's not going to be easy for some of us. So don't forget your spiritual tools and trust in the steps that you take. Trust in one step at a time. So that's the guidance for Monday and Tuesday, as intense as I probably thought it was going to be. These cards are my own Speed of Light Oracle cards. If you want to add them to your collection, they're available on my website at templeofbalance.com.au. They've been created independently by me completely. So check them out if you're inspired to. What was I going to say? I've got a list of stuff here. If you enjoy my work, please visit my website if you'd like to learn more about what I do. If you enjoy the way I interpret energy, you may really enjoy and find it supportive to become part of our Pillar of Light family. So have a look on my website if you're inspired to. If you enjoyed the video, please hit the thumbs up button. Please show us some love. Please comment or share if you're inspired to. And if you'd like to connect more privately, please don't hesitate to contact us through our website. Your support's really important and helps me be able to bring these sorts of videos to you. So thank you so much for your support. Thank you to our Temple of Balance patrons, our Pillar of Light family, and all of those of you who support my work through my website. Thank you so much. Sending you lots of love from my heart to yours. I trust this has been helpful and supportive for you, and I trust you'll come back and watch another video again soon. I'll connect with you again soon in a few days, so have a fantastic Monday and Tuesday. Sending you lots of love from my heart to yours. Namaste. And Namaste means the divine, the creator within me, honours the divine, the creator within you, that we are one. Thanks for being you. Namaste.